Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are in the final week of Henry VI Part 3, and today we get to hear from Clarence, the Duke of Clarence, who is George, who is one of King Edward / the Duke of York's brothers. Clarence, if you remember, had defected to Warwick's side because he disagreed with Edward's choice of wife. He thought that Edward should have married Lady Bona instead of Lady Grey, so he washed his hands and went to Warwick to form an allegiance there, and was going to marry one of Warwick's daughters to solidify that allegiance. So also going on, we're still fighting like crazy. Warwick had sent everybody that he knew, because both kings had been captured and then both kings sort of rescued. So Warwick sent everybody that he knew. He sent Clarence, he sent Somerset, he sent Oxford in differing directions to try to build up an army to fight on behalf of King Henry. And Edward is still rallying his troops, and if you remember yesterday, he actually captured King Henry again, and then he's like, let's get to Coventry because we can cut off Warwick at Coventry if we can get there before him. So Act 5, Scene 1 starts out at Coventry, and Warwick and his men are inside the gate, and they're waiting for Somerset and Oxford and Clarence and all these guys to come back with their armies, and they're trying to fortify things. And while they're waiting, Edward and his army come, and they're like, let us in, let us in, let us out, let us out. No, they come, Edward's troops come, and they're like, are you ready to fight? Let's fight, let's fight, let us in and we will fight. And Warwick and his group stand their ground, and one by one, the other bits of armies start to show up, Somerset and Oxford, and they come in with their troops, and they're shouting, you know, Somerset for Lancaster and Oxford for Lancaster and stuff like that. And as they arrive, the gates of the city are opened and they go in. Edward's side doesn't go in because they don't know how many other troops are coming behind, so they don't want to get like smushed in the doorway between Warwick's army and Warwick's backup troops. So they just sort of let Warwick's guys keep going into the city and going into the city as they arrive, which is making Warwick feel, you know, much more confident. And he's like, haha, and also check it out, here comes Clarence, and Clarence, come on, declare your love for our side of things. And as Clarence and his army are riding up, Clarence and Gloucester, who is Richard, who is also one of the Duke of York's brothers, or King Edward's brothers, they whisper for a moment, and then Clarence takes the rose that he's wearing off of his coat and says, Father of Warwick, know you what this means? Look here, I throw my infamy at thee. I will not ruinate my father's house, who gave his blood to lime the stones together and set up Lancaster. Why, trowest thou, Warwick, that Clarence is so harsh, so blunt, unnatural, to bend the fatal instruments of war against his brother and his lawful king? Perhaps thou wilt object my holy oath. To keep that oath were more impiety than Jephthah when he sacrificed his daughter. I am so sorry for my trespass made, that to deserve well at my brother's hands, I here proclaim myself thy mortal foe, with resolution, wheresoe'er I meet thee, as I will meet thee if thou stir abroad, to plague thee for thy foul misleading me. And so, proud-hearted Warwick, I defy thee, and to my brother turn my blushing cheeks. Pardon me, Edward, I will make amends. And Richard, do not frown upon my faults, for I will henceforth be no more unconstant. This play is so much about everybody switching sides, and nobody ever knows who's in alliance with who, and it's a kind of a beautiful moment from Clarence, and kind of a terrifying moment from Clarence, especially on Warwick's side. And yeah, then there's some more fighting. There's some more fighting that comes up very, very soon. We're getting dangerously close to the end of this play, and yeah, all the crap's gonna come out now. I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.